best water holding reservoir for wicking bed is this method. It holds the most water. It's a galvanized mesh panels. It's elevated on pots or something else that you can use to elevate it, but it needs to be stuff that doesn't react with the water. Pots are low cost or no cost, and then you fill them with sand, and that acts as the wick. And you use 5. That evens out the weight, because you're gonna have a lot of weight sitting on top. And it's just the best way to do it. I know there are many different other methods. Some people call this over-engineered, but honestly, I don't think so. And if you're frugal, resourceful, you can find all these things for free or low cost. Just look around. And I use heavy-duty geotextile, and that separates the water reservoir with the soil or grow medium. It's just really good. But you can use other stuff, drop sheets. Canvas drop sheets work really well. But this is what I do here. Filling raised garden beds or wicking beds, pretty easy. Really, I don't want you to buy in a lot of topsoil or compost from the yard, from landscape yards, and then being disappointed. I see a lot of people asking online, how to fill their garden beds. In this case here, we got wicking beds, and a lot of people buy soil from the landscape yards, and then they end up being disappointed because it doesn't grow very well, or there's rubbish in there. So I actually usually don't buy any soil in unless I have a really large job, because I do make my own compost. And so what I do is with clients, actually, I get them just to be resourceful, have a look around what they got around their property. Here I'm on small acreage, pretty easy. There's lots to gather, from leaves, sticks, branches, cardboard, even some kitchen scraps are fine. Just nothing that's diseased or like noxious weeds you wouldn't want to put in there. Definitely you don't want any nutgrass in there. Well, that's it. And what we then do is we layer it in the lasagna style layering, carbon, nitrogen materials. And then you finish it off with a nitrogen layer, and on top only with the last 10 centimeters you need a good soil. So if you have nothing, then you can scrape up some soil from around the yard, and you can enrich it with some pelletized chook manure. Because that's slow release and it's fine, and it's very low cost, and it's organic. But I always use, when I do installs, I provide my own really good organic compost. It's got all the good amendments, rock minerals, extra added calcium, and drainage material is important when using filling wicking beds. So I use biochar. That's very important. And then you put some mulch on top. A lot of people would finish at this layer, at that height, but I really gonna go extra high. Ideally I want to be 10 centimeters up, and because you got to offset it for the settling, because the downside of this low cost layering method, is it will decompose and settle very quickly. So within 4 weeks you're easily down by 10 centimeters. So that's why I always offset it by stacking it a bit higher.